In a tense scene inside the Manhattan federal courthouse, rapper and entrepreneur Curtis 50 Cent Jackson delivered explosive testimony against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, turning what many thought was just industry rivalry into a shocking expose of power, corruption, and exploitation. With a courtroom packed and tension thick enough to cut with a knife, 50 Cent took the stand, not as a performer, but as a whistleblower, revealing alleged hidden networks linking music studios, private islands, and elite circles of celebrities and politicians to years of abuse, intimidation, and cover-ups. Armed with recordings, messages, and other evidence, he described what he called not a rumor, but a business model, exposing an empire that had operated in the shadows for decades. As he spoke, Diddy reportedly grew pale, slamming his fist on the table and whispering frantically to his legal team, while the jury sat in stunned silence. Outside, cameras flashed as 50 Cent exited the courthouse, refusing to comment, his face set with determination. What unfolded in that courtroom wasn't just a legal battle. It was a reckoning for the entertainment industry itself, a confrontation between a man willing to risk everything to expose the truth and those who believed their fame and fortune could keep it buried forever. In a packed Manhattan courtroom, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson delivered gripping testimony that turned the Diddy trial into one of the most shocking moments in entertainment history. Taking the stand with calm precision, 50 Cent described how his early suspicions about the music industry's dark underbelly grew into years of secret documentation, evidence, and witness accounts that allegedly exposed a system of control and exploitation. He recounted an after-party in 2005 where security confiscated phones and checked guests for wires, describing a disturbing atmosphere in young artists who looked more trapped than excited. That night, he said, stayed with him and led him to begin collecting stories, recordings, and messages from insiders who claimed to have been threatened, manipulated, or silenced. He testified that he had secretly recorded a 2018 confrontation in which Diddy allegedly intimidated a young producer, turning the audio over to federal investigators as part of a broader pattern of coercion. As his testimony continued, 50 Cent revealed that in 2015, an industry insider approached him with evidence of so-called freak-off parties where guests were allegedly drugged, recorded, and later blackmailed. Footage he described as sickening and career-ending. According to 50, these materials were stored as leverage in safes across multiple properties and used to control artists, executives, and even politicians. Working with private investigators from 2018 onward, 50 said he built a legitimate case, gathering data that linked these activities to larger schemes of money laundering and drug trafficking, with unrecorded deals made at exclusive events and artists being blackballed for refusing to comply. The climax came when he described a 2021 sting operation in which his team created a fake rising artist profile, luring an invitation that led to a secretly recorded meeting where Diddy allegedly explained how careers could be advanced through special events requiring absolute discretion. As the courtroom listened to the recording, Diddy sat rigid, visibly shaken, while 50 Cent's steady voice made clear that this was no publicity stunt but a reckoning years in the making. In a dramatic day at the Manhattan federal courthouse, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson delivered testimony that sent shockwaves through the music industry, describing what he called a business within the business, an alleged network of control, blackmail, and manipulation orchestrated under the guise of mentorship and opportunity. Calm but resolute, 50 detailed years of investigating what he claimed was an organized system operating behind celebrity parties and record deals, where phones were confiscated, rooms were secretly recorded, and safes allegedly held compromising footage of stars' use as leverage. He recounted being threatened, receiving a USB drive containing illegally recorded footage of himself, and realizing he was up against a machine powered by money, fear, and influence. Refusing to back down, he increased his security and continued collecting evidence, linking the operation not only to exploitation but also to money laundering and industry-wide suppression tactics. He testified that artists who complied were rewarded with fame, collaborations, and media exposure, while those who resisted were blacklisted, silenced, or discredited. As 50 Cent spoke, the courtroom hung on his every word. Diddy sat pale and shaken, his trademark composure gone. In his closing statement, 50 confronted Diddy directly, accusing him of building an empire on fear and revealing a USB drive containing every piece of evidence he had gathered since 2015. "You built a system to control people when they were most vulnerable," he said. "History is watching now, and it doesn't look like what you thought it would." He then left the courtroom without looking back, while jurors sat stunned, some in tears. Outside, the industry erupted in panic. Labels called emergency meetings, PR teams scrambled, and artists distanced themselves from Diddy as fans expressed outrage that it took 50 Cent's courage and resources to expose what had allegedly been hidden for decades. For the first time in years, the silence that protected the powerful seemed to shatter, and the man once known for feuds and hit records walked away as an unlikely whistleblower determined to ensure that the truth could never be buried again.